Greetings and salutations. We are here for the Underdog Undead Challenge Tour. As you can see, well, as you can't see, maybe you can see. Do you have eyes? I don't know. Who am I to judge? As you can see, Zombie Sami Zayn, aka Rick from The Walking Dead. He is a 6-star bronze, and I am going to try to beat him with a 5-star Brizzle Damian Priest. This is going to be a very tall order. I'm going in with the power of subs and the power of power gems. He's like my only strong striker zombie. Yeah, because he got power gems. Should I take it? Oh, he got double armor. Oh, double armor, dumber. Double fury. Just to be safe, hashtag condom. Let me... Do I have they make blues? Only have 2 of those. Gross. It's bringing a green down on these clowns. And let's see what happens. I just want you guys to know that I'm living my best life. Hold on, Davey D. Why don't you set the camera, playboy? Anyway, we're vibing. As you can, oh God, hold on, wait, no sir, no sir. And it's, wait, did I really bring in? Oh God. Y'all just sat there and watched me bringing a black down. Let me just take the L. Let me just take the L and come back with a green. Maybe he pins me, maybe, oh God, no. He will pin me, but I will not get lucky. Oh, jeez. Take 2. Take 2, fighting Sami Zayn. Take 2. Ay, 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 ay. Sometimes you're on it, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're firing on all cylinders, sometimes you're not. That's the nature of the beast. That's the way the friggin' cookie crumbles. The way the cookie crumbles. What we got tonight? Tonight we got Flash Fuse. Tonight we got the smackiest of downs. We're gonna watch SmackDown on these clowns. Speaking of which, I should probably check to see if my laundry is done after this match. Crackers in the barrel. I got a story to tell. Somebody said, Davey D, what kind of story you got, playboy? It's a work in progress story, or maybe it's completed. Maybe it is completed. Do you want to hear a story? Turn to your neighbor and say, I want to hear a story. I want to hear a story. I do not know how detailed. 36. I do not know how detailed I should get in the information that I will share in the story. But you know what? It's my truth. It is my truth. Somebody said, Davey D, why the bloody hell don't you just tell the story and start jibber-jabbering, playboy? Hold on. Oh, come on. Wait. This is what we doing? This is what we do. Priest. I forgot to show y'all the squad. I just hopped in and didn't show y'all who I was working with. All Power Gem City, 50%, 25%, 75%. There's 150% on Power Gems, plus a flat 13,000 on Power Gems. Come on. He not gonna live to tell the tale, playboy. I'm gonna live to tell the tale, cause I got a story to tell. Right after these words from our sponsors.
Yo mama so fat.
Because she's wearing Davey D merch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Electric.
Like totally tubular. I can't wait to get this bodacious merch.
And we're back. Yeah, like I was saying, don't know how too detailed I should go in the story, but come on, dog. Trickster, zombies against a 6-star? Ay, 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 ay. But like I say, this is my story, this is my truth. How am I 42? Yeah, about 20 years ago. That's crazy. 20 years ago. Now I have second thoughts about sharing this story. I know y'all hella frustrated because I'm not going into detail. All right, 20 years ago, I came out of college. Should I go all the way back? I feel like this is one of these stories that I just gotta take my mask off to tell. Davey D, that's prolific. I feel like when I got my mask on, I'm in character. If I take off my mask, I can tell it to you, not as Davey D, but as the man behind the mask. All right, so 20 years ago, that would put it at 2003. Wow, 2003. I had graduated college. Well, prior to that, so I was going to college in Georgia. My mom lived in South Carolina, and the church that she was going to, they had an event. I believe it was in Georgia. No, that's not it. I'm remembering things all wrong. They were coming up to a church in Savannah, Georgia, like a sister church of the church that my mom was going to. And of course, getting to see my mom. Rewind again, there's so many flashbacks. Prior to this, my mom, she had left Barbados to come up to America to preach. So I was like, I want to say maybe 16, 17. Yeah, 16, 17, between 16 to 18. I had to take care of the house by myself. This is from a kid who grew up with a single parent. My mom, my best friend, me and her and me, us against the world. She spoiled me, take care of me. I didn't have to do nothing but go to school and learn. That was her rules. You don't got to do nothing in this house. No chores, no this, no that. All you got to do is go to school and learn. Bet. So she felt as if God wanted her to come to America to preach. So she left home. And I had to take care of the home in terms of like paying mortgage, doing laundry. I basically overnight, everything that I never did, I now had to do in this house. Oh no, he got stun immunity. Oh my God, how am I going to win? This is crazy. Dodge. So yeah, I said all that to say, this was back in the day before WhatsApp, before, you can call long distance for free, before FaceTime. So whenever I got to speak to my mom, it was weeks in between. And if I was lucky to get 10 minutes, it was a luxury because calling long distance was expensive as hell, especially considering I didn't have no income. I was also surviving off of my dad's monthly child support that he would give. So with that being said, fast forward now to college. We both in America. She was like one state over, so I would get to see her not frequently because I had to be in school, but every now and again. So every chance she would have to like visit Georgia or vice versa, me visit South Carolina, we would take. So she came up to the church. I met her at the church, and she's like, "Oh, here's this young lady, such and such. She's a wonderful Christian just like you." I was like, "Cool, salute, whatever." Then I graduated college, went to live with my mom in South Carolina. And of course, the same young lady was going to church with me. Long story short, she was catching feelings for me, and I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work, because just being blank, you're not my type. I didn't say it like that, but it's like, you're not my type. You're a very wonderful person, but you're not my type. And plus, if I do get in a relationship with you, I just feel like somewhere along the line, we're going to break up and you're going to be the one end up, hurting my heart. And she's like, no, that's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. But again, I still wasn't interested in anything. She was a cool person. We would hang out and whatnot. And we got closer. And then eventually, like somewhere along the line, as it happens, I caught feelings. I don't know how or when or where. I caught feelings. I think it was mostly because when we would hang out, I would be doing caring stuff for her. And I didn't realize I was doing it till I had to catch myself like, oh crap, I'm so sorry. Not that I was doing anything bad. So like, for example, our church had like some sort of a dinner. And, being a gentleman, I pulled out her chair. Then all of a sudden, I caught myself, her napkin, the cutlery comes wrapped in a napkin. I was unwrapping her napkin for her to put it in her lap. I was like, hey, in my head, I was like, wait, what am I doing? Oh, I'm so sorry. And I put it back because like I was doing too much at this point. I was like, this is some relationship type stuff I'm doing right now. So one day she invited me to hang out with her. She owned a barber shop. She cuts hair. And it was just me and her. We just spent the whole day hanging out. And I don't know, it was just, I guess people saw it before we did. Like people in church were like, are you guys a couple? And I was like, nah, we just friends. Ain't that how it always go though? We'd be like, nah, we just friends. Y'all bugging. We just friends. But apparently we were. Then with that being said, I'm going very high level with this story. There's a lot more intricate details to what I'm sharing. But she had to move out of state because her mother did not approve of the relationship. Her mom used to like me a lot. And then her mom went to not liking me for reasons, like I say, it's deeper than just sharing a 5-minute whatever. So she went out of state. And being that, from my side of the story, from what I know and from what she shared with me, her and her relationship with her family was like somewhat estranged because she chose our relationship over them. And what the hell, Sammy? I'm not paying attention. I'm just talking and not paying attention. And so it was just like kind of like Bonnie and Clyde. I was unemployed. She was in another state, away from her financial stability, her family stability, and I was her emotional support, her relationship support, all that good kind of stuff. So then it was like a good few months of hardships, both on her end and then on my end, because I was still going to church where the mom went to church. So then like the mom was just spreading rumors and lies. And people in the church that were my friends that I thought would know better than to believe such lies just started treating me different. I'm like, wow. And then also I have tension at home with my mom because my mom is like, basically like, you stupid in love. You can't see that this thing is not good. Just let it go. You causing more attention and trouble that needs to be brought on us, because it was also affecting her at church too and whatnot. So longer story, try to make it short. Once the girl that I was dating, once her life started to like level set in the new state that she was in, like better job, had her own place, had a car and whatnot, I started to realize that she wasn't communicating with me as much as she used to. Whenever she called me, it wouldn't be like for us to like chat it up for hours on end. She would call me like when she had like a random pocket of time during work, and it wouldn't be to like to catch up or to say I love you or to see how you doing. It'd be like, kind of like to offload like the kind of problem she was going through, and then I would be there listening, of course, being a listening shoulder, and then she had to go back to work. So this was like going on for weeks. It's like I ain't getting no time to have like no relationship conversation per se. She's just telling me what's wrong and then bouncing. And then I think I told her like I feel like we're growing apart, and she's like, no, we're not growing apart. Then so said, so done. However it happened, like she broke up with me, and not in a nice way at all. Not that she did anything malicious or venomous, but she essentially said what she had to say and then cut me off cold turkey. And that effed me up all the way up. I was so confused. I was so hurt. I was so frustrated. I was so everything. I was like, you know, just like what just happened? Like literally what just happened? Stop alarm. And I didn't know how to process. I did not know how to process. Like all the years growing up, I've heard people speak about getting closure. And for me, for where I was in life, I did not know what that meant. But it felt instinctive to me to say, I need closure. I need to talk to her to figure out why she did what she did, how she did it, because it was so unlike her to be like that. Like it was so out of her nature. It was so cold. It was so callous. It was so very painful. And my mom was like, no, you don't need no closure. Just, move on, which was the worst advice because of that, I was hurting longer than I needed to, which means that I had to try to make sense of what was going on her end with my limited information, which of course is not going to be an accurate picture at all. But when you're emotionally broken, you try to fill in the blanks with as much information as possible so it makes sense to your heart so you can heal and move on. And yeah, so it took me probably a good couple years to get over that hurt, because that was like, I want to say maybe 2005. And I can't even put a timeline on it because it was a good few years. And then there was always this unresolved thing in me about it. And so I was in therapy. And let me rewind to actually like a good part of our relationship. So during the time when we were dating, when times were good, and I was unemployed, trying to figure out how I fit in life, how to get employment as an immigrant and work through stuff, I would be in my bedroom in the apartment that we lived across the street from the church. So you can't imagine living in a place across from where you got to go to church every Sunday, Wednesday to be terrorized by lies and whatnot. So I would be in the apartment trying to figure out life, like nothing going on for me, it felt like. And she would tell me, she'd be encouraging. And she would also say that I remind her of Wayne Brady. And I was like, how? For me, that seemed like a really wild comparison because in my mind, it just didn't make sense. I was like, how do I remind you of Wayne Brady? I don't look like Wayne Brady. Where is this coming from? And she was like, because he's multifaceted and multi-talented, and she sees that in me. And at the time, all I could see myself as is like, I graduated from art college, so like I'm an artist. So it's like this Wayne Brady, what he do? He does acting, he does singing, he does stand-up, improv comedy. It's like he does a lot of things, a lot of stuff I don't do. So for me, that felt like an exaggerated compliment. But she would say that more than once, and every time I'd be like, nah. So with that being said, fast forward to therapy, when we were dealing with like forgiveness and stuff. So like through me working through the issues with her on my own, I did like a lot of poetry and stuff, which I made into a book. and I worked through the emotional problems. So that aspect of it was closed. But the aspect of it in therapy that I was wondering about is like, I have this open chapter in my life. Like, I would like to tell her thank you. Like, I don't want to go into the you did this, you hurt me, blah blah blah. I want to tell her thank you for making the comparison to me about Wayne Brady, because as I look back over my life, I was like, oh, I do see it. I do see where I have accomplished multifaceted things as I grew up. Like, for example, I started doing the comic book stuff. Then I transitioned to photography. Then I transitioned to doing screenplays. Then I transitioned to doing animation. Then I transitioned to streaming. Then I transitioned to being a game dev. And now I'm in a position where I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to transition next to. And it's like all of that stuff was in me that I couldn't see at the time because of my situation. But she was able to see that despite my situation. And I've just always wanted to tell her thank you for, trying to inject positivity and hope in my life during a time when it was very uncertain and unfruitful. And I was going back and forth with the therapist on if I should. And being the therapist, she didn't say yes or no. She just let me work through my thought processes. And then eventually it's like, you know what, I'm going to take the brave leap and just reach out and tell her, yada, yada, yada. Thank you. And just leave it at that. I don't expect her to respond. I'm not doing it. That's the thing. When you do something, if you're doing it for somebody to do some with the expectation for someone to do expected action, and then that person doesn't do that, then you set yourself up to be hurt. It's like you're putting the power of your emotions in someone else's hands because you are expecting them to do something. So my therapist has taught me, whenever I do something, do it for me, so that whatever the outcome is on the other person's end, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, it shouldn't affect me or matter to me because I already did my part, and my part I already did for me. So for many years after the breakup, I would cyber, I don't like to use the word stalk, but I would do cyber checkups, see how she living. Because, hey, let's be honest, every person want to know that they're doing better than their ex. Like, yeah, fool, you left me, look at you now. That's just the human part. So I was pretty much aware of what her life situation was. And there was obviously this fear that if I reached out, that her mom would be mean again, or she would be mean again, or a lot of negative stuff could have amounted from it. And so I reached out, earlier this week? It's like, hey, blah, 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 you don't got to respond, just want to say thank you, blah, blah, blah. And I got the response of all responses that I never expected to get. She was so happy to so happy to hear from me. She was so super apologetic about how she ended things. She admitted she was completely wrong. Then she began to list off the reason as I asked her, like, why, the reasons why she did it. And then it completely hurt my heart from the point of view of, I felt so sorry for her that she was going through what she was going through alone. She didn't feel like she could talk to me about it. So it was easy for her to just cut me off and just try to move on with life. And it's not that she couldn't talk to me about it. She said she didn't feel it was, it wasn't fair on my responsibility to fix her. So I don't even know how I got on this tangent to want to tell, basically. So I'm basically saying this to say that, it's amazing. First of all, therapy is amazing. That's not the message I'm trying to share. It's amazing how you can build up a narrative and expectation in your head based on hurts or past interactions with people, And then just like how you as an individual have evolved, so too can other people. And it's just amazing that 20 years later that there's no ill will or beef or anything that I would have expected. And I've got like a complete 180 response from this individual. And I feel like I'm just rambling and saying, I feel like I'm being very circuitous and overly loquacious. Well, Davey D, you got vocab. Overly loquacious with what I'm trying to say, but all in all, it feels very nice to be able to put a period on that chapter in my life. The analogy I was giving my therapist is like, even though that chapter in my life is over, it's the book is still open. That chapter in the book is still open, even though the book is covered with, think of like an attic. The book in the attic is covered with blankets and boxes, and you can't see the book, you can't read the book, but you know the book is there and it's still open and it needs to be closed. So the fact that 20 years later I was able to finally close that chapter, it feels amazing. And now I'm trying to think of like other past relationships that I can go do the same thing, except for that one ex, effer, straight up, left, down, right, and center. We ain't even gonna get into that one. Some people ain't even worth it. No, not that one. She can stay there. But yeah, other I know some of y'all can relate with that one. Davey D, I thought you were a saint. Well, but yeah, man. And if she so happens to watch this video, because she also used to keep tabs on me from what I understand, feel free to comment if you want. And if you want, we could actually make this a video where we talk about it. Oh, that would be interesting. But yeah, I'm just throwing this stone out in the abyss. It'll be very surprising if it comes back to me, but whatever. Anyway, man, that has been that. Do I put the mask back on and become Davey D? After a word from our sponsors. Hey baby, what's going on? This is Davey D, you know the vibes. And if you're feeling what I'm dealing, then just go ahead and subscribe. And we are back. Oh God, no green matches. Hold on. You thought you had me. Oh, this is gonna be light. But yeah, we are back. I'm gonna should I just reconvene at hell mode? Because the video is already 30 minutes long. And I don't want to hold you. Let's just reconvene on the last node of hell mode, because we know what this is. Sammy's gonna continue to put in work with triple green. I got the gear that does like what, 200% move damage or some crazy like that. I'll be back. Finally, the Rock hasn't come back. We are all the way at the final boss. Let me just see how I'm running Sammy, just as a reminder. He has the gear that does finishers do 200% more damage. And we got him all green moved damage up. I need to work on these two some more. 25, 40, 150, 100. I know he goes way higher, but I'm just hurting for powerhouse tokens. Should I bring in a green up? If I bring in a green up, it's going to be easy streak, because he's not going to be able to survive. As per usual, look at the merch. Right now, it's 30% off at Redbubble. DavidDGaming.redbubble.com. I should have had a 30% off graphic up. I need to get better on branding. Demanding my branding. So he has 16 million health. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit him with this sub. See, that's 5.2 million on the finisher. Hit him with the sub. I'm gonna hit the should I hit the other green move first and then hit the finisher? Now we're looking at 6 million on the sub. Me break a bunch of green gems. Blah, blah, blah. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Bunch of green gems. Let me get them yellows. Bada bing, bada boom. Now moves are ready to go again. That was a baby amount. We just here for the big finish. Do your worst. Roman Reigns, do your worst. Alright, kick out without a doubt. Did the finisher go back down? Oh, no, it didn't. Hit him with the sub again. Then I'm gonna hit the other green move, but I won't break any gems. I will go straight into the finisher and put this fool down like Charlie Brown. What the finisher look like? 7. There was a Woody Woodpecker. Okay, we won't break anything. Now the finisher. 8.3 boing. Foot to the face. You're not kicking out of that. Especially as a showboat. It's not gonna happen, guy. Thank you for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. I know I've been saying it for a while now, but the 3K giveaway is coming. Thank you for helping me reach 3,000 subscribers. Next milestone is 5,000. Actually, while we're here, let me just open the bags and see if I get lucky to get the new Sammy. Yeah, man, it's going to be a good time for the giveaway. A good time. One more time. Hold on. One more time on the line. Collect these milestones. Come on. Miggity milestones. A new Sammy. No. Ooh. Becky and Liv shards. I will take. Underdog Flash feud. Sammy, I will take. And let us open the biggity bags. I don't mean to brag, but let's open the biggity. Is it bags or chest? Hold on. Give me 5 bags. Come on, 3-star bronze Sammy. Come on. Skippity skip. Got 100, got 10. And finally, 2 chests. Show me your chest. Shards. 200 shards. So we got 420. I don't smoke weed, but we got 420 Sammy shots. Thank you for watching.
Your mama so fat.
Because she's wearing Davey D merch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Electric.
Like totally tubular. I can't wait to get this bodacious merch.